Hi everyone, David here from Beyond EV, and I'm here in Shenzhen, China to get behind the wheel of this, the Yangwang U8, the absolute pinnacle of BYD SUV vehicles. It rides on BYD's E4 platform, which means it has 4 electric motors and can drive the wheels independently. And it can do things like tank turns, crab crawls. It can bounce up and down if you get stuck in the mud, and it can even float on water. But I'm not going to be able to take this through any rivers today. I'm going to be able to drive it through an ATV course here on the outskirts of Shenzhen, which is a very narrow and difficult course to navigate. And this is the biggest car, or one of the biggest cars, that BYD manufactures. So how is it going to navigate that? Well, let's dive into it and find out. So this will be the third BYD car I've taken out on the track today. So it's going to give me a good measure of how they compare it to each other off-road. First thing I noticed, jumping into this and the B8 over the B5, is the camera system. There's a lot of really tight turns and overhanging branches on the track, and the side-by-side cameras make it a breeze. Now, the Denza B8 and the Yangwang U8 both give you the ability to put the side-by-side cameras up on the screen at once, both sides, so you can see what's going down the left side and right side in real time, whereas the B5 only allowed you to put one side up at a time. And that got a little bit hairy in certain tight sections because you pretty much had to flick from one side to the other to get a good feel of where things were at. And these cars are big, so they come in really handy when you're stuck in a turn and you think you've got something stuck in your blind spot. Now, second thing I've noticed since jumping into this and driving it for literally 2 minutes is the level of comfort going over the bumps and crevices on this little track. This is the biggest car of the lot, but I started with the B5, moved to the B8, and now I'm in the U8. And there is a definite progression of comfort and responsiveness in terms of suspension and how it reacts to the ruts and everything in the road. I was getting bumped around quite a bit on the B5. And one thing I've noticed now is that it's actually got adaptive bolstering in the seat. So when you're turning around a corner, the seat bolsters inflate on the side that you're turning into to help keep you centered into the seat. That's something you don't get on the B5 and B8. But this is the biggest car out there, and so far I feel like this is the easiest of the three to drive along this track. And this track is designed for ATV vehicles. It's tiny, it's really narrow. And to be honest, I haven't really even used the cameras in them that much as yet. Let's see how we go on the drop. Nice. Composed, didn't really have to put a lot of effort into that. It pretty much took care of the descent itself. But yeah, I was not expecting the adaptive bolsters in the seats. It feels like every time I'm turning a corner or hitting a little rut, it's like hugging me on that side. It's a little bit weird. The way that they've set this up with the driving modes and the DiSUS suspension system, it drives so much smaller than what it actually is. This car is a behemoth. It is huge. Remember, we're driving on an ATV track. This is designed for little 4x4 wheelers, like little quad bikes. And it doesn't feel like it. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm pretty much brushing the leaves and trees on the sides. It drives like the B5 does, but in a car that's significantly wider and significantly longer. In fact, I think I'm driving it with so much confidence. I'm actually going through it a lot faster than what I did in the B5. Now, it could be because I drove the B5 first, and I was a bit more cautious the first time around. But the size of this car should come into the equation a lot more than what it actually does. It doesn't feel like it's any bigger than the B5 when you're driving it, because it's just so smooth. I do notice that when you're hitting the bumps, it's not as rough. So it is a bigger car, but it is more plush to drive. You can feel it. You can feel it in the DiSUS suspension. As I mentioned before, the way the bolsters hug you is a strange feeling, but it's there, and it does sort of keep you corrected and sort of braces you for any big hits. Like just then, I just hit a big sort of root in the road, and it's now, I'm feeling the pressure in the sides from the inflating bolsters on either side of me. The touch points, the screen in the car, it's not like a flat screen that you see in other BYD and Denza vehicles. It's like a curved infotainment screen, and it's like a square. It's not like a rectangular size, so I don't think there's a point to have it rotating, considering it's going to be the same size in either direction. And we've got a school group here in front of us, and they're about to have a ride on the ATVs. Seats are extremely comfortable. These headrests, it's not sitting in my position, but even still, it's still comfortable. The neck pillows are awesome. Yeah, it's very much a high-end vehicle. Despite being by far the largest car of the lot, it has been the easiest one to drive. Is it up there?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
Ooh, this is a tight turn.
What's it?
Yeah. Oh, reverse.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can't just tank turn in. That's what it's there for.
That's right.
Oh, you tried it. So I've been given the green light. They're gonna let me do a tank turn. So, Riz, I'm gonna need a hand here. How cool is this? Jesus. The guy actually said in the car, we're making a massive hole right now, and he wasn't wrong. That was actually pretty cool. So that was the Yangwang U8, BYD's pinnacle to SUV, luxury and performance. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts about it, and if it was made available in Australia. Could you afford it? And if you could, would you buy it? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe to Beyond EV for more BYD related videos. I've got plenty more headed your way. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.